Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between.
Welcome back.
Yeah, kids. Hey, Tuesday, we're going to be doing a new strain review here today. We haven't smoked in flower form.
No, and we've done some variants of this. Like we did red velvet mixed with this, and we did...
Gosh, it's almost... It's so ubiquitous, put into so many different strains.
This one has been, probably from my introduction to cannabis, one of my favorite strains. I really enjoy the flavor. I love the experience from this strain. I don't think I've had a bad experience with this.
Well, and that is GMO.
Or GMO Cookies mixed with Girl Scout cookies and Chemdog. Chemdog is such a fantastic
strain. And that's
strain.
been a staple in our cannabis diet throughout our cannabis journey. Like I can say, like, almost once a year that's in my rotation. I don't think there's a strain that stays in my rotation that I have to have.
No.
I enjoy the experience of all cannabis, like good and bad. Like if I get a bad one, then I get an opportunity to mix it with another.
It also gives me a deeper appreciation for every other strain that I go through.
It's like the sweet berry lemonade.
Oh,
the craziest thing about that, if you want to get more sedative, you have to actually add more sativa than indica, which is crazy.
Weird.
Isn't that cool? But if you add more indica, more Hallie, you get anxious, racing heart.
From Halle Berry?
Because both of them mixing because of the
Terpenes,
the terps.
cannabinoids.
Yeah, they're mixing and at different stages. So if your mix is kind of, even when I tried to mix it, the best thing I've been doing is layering. So I put a thin layer of one and then I do a thin layer of another.
Yeah.
So now it spreads out. So I'm not trying to, go fucking nuts and use a bunch of wax and shove that motherfucker down there. I mean, I would enjoy that. Don't get me wrong.
Those were like camping birthday joints.
Oh, you're going to be fucking high for a while.
Oh, yeah, because they were king-size joints. And so it's probably like 2 grams. Plus, the ones with concentrate in them had probably...
Another 2-3 grams.
No, I was conservative. They might have had like 1/3 of a gram. And between the 4 of us, when we were out camping the other couple of years ago with that, we didn't finish one of those.
Really?
Every single one of those big, huge ones, we got to a point that everyone was like, man, I feel decent. Like, I feel decently high.
If I smoke more, I won't be able to talk.
So we just put them out, and there was this beautiful rock with like a little curve in it.
Oh, perfect.
And at the end, I had left 7 nice roaches for whoever decided needed to be in that area next, that they would have a very high-ass time.
Either that or some fucking rodents got really fucked up. The sun hits it, and they're like, I've smelled that shit before. Come with me, man. I think they talk about it. No, this is a really pleasant, heady high. Very heady, but not in a way that's the sloshing that you would get, especially when you're looking at, like, typical THC in this is anywhere from 20 to 30% plus.
Yeah,
you'll see
usually
almost
high 20s.
Yeah, and
definitely.
it is you can definitely feel the indica parts of it, but the cool part is it's very bright. Like over time, it gets even brighter. The more you smoke, it doesn't, like, I could imagine using like what we talked about, coring it out, fucking loading you up. Yeah, that there's a point you get going. You don't even really make words. You just kind of really softly mumble, right? Yeah, you get like one of those voices, like Kronk, right? I'm just going to put this here. Right, and you're just...
Well, it is supposed to be a very relaxed, euphoric, kind of sleepy strain.
But I love about it, it's also got that, and it's not a roasted garlic thing. It's like the essence of a clove of garlic. Like, it would be like, is my breath going to smell like I've eaten a garlic's asshole? Oh, no. This is going to be bad, right? And it doesn't. but it's the hint, and it just kind of reminds you of, like, one of the things I've really liked about GMO is that GMO, anything, it is an appetite enhancer, but it's also a flavor enhancer. Every time that I've had GMO and I have a meal, because it slows you down enough to appreciate things, you're not as focused. I mean, you notice my foot's not going fucking nuts all the time. I'm moving
been
around.
Pretty chill for like this.
The whole time, right, during our sesh. And it's that's one of the things that I really like about that.
Oh my gosh.
So this is probably by far the best way to be able to kind of look at it in the flavor scheme of any kind of like GMO. It's typically a garlic, diesel, onion, earthy, peppery, skunky.
Yes.
Something fermented.
Which is, I know it sounds like such a weirdly unique flavor palette, and it is, but it's like good weird though.
Oh man.
And it's always so pleasant. Like it's such a unique flavor. I had it in concentrate, had it in pen form, had it in flour. They all have that same.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the craziest part, that across the board, the feeling is like that, right? I would almost consider like GMO, like, I mean, it's not a landrace strain, but it's been a hybrid from many different things. And when it's enhanced with other phenotypes, you know, of different strains, trying to crossbreed them.
Oh, we've had some really good GMO mixes.
But the common thing is it's peppery, but not into the point where it's making you cough really hard. It's the flavor of pepper. Like when you have like a peppered steak. Have you ever had like a heavily,
yeah.
Like it sounds like a bad idea. It sounds like it's just going to burn your mouth, but it doesn't. It's just smoky, dark flavors, but it enhances it, and it's almost like a saltiness to it, right? So it's the same thing with GMO. GMO is that pepper that it is the ingredients, and this is what's great about GMO is that on its own, I think it's one of the great things to actually have within your rotation on a consistent basis to roll with other things, because
it'd be a sweet mix.
I've been doing, like, I don't roll just one strain joints. Like I have a little bit, and because I grind them up and put in my tubes, I can do. I've been rolling Virginia Slims.
I actually have been really excited to see you roll, because I feel like
dude.
So we're gonna have to do another rolling one and have Jesse do some rolling, because it's been a minute.
I've been, dude. It now be like my wife would be like, "Hey, you think you could roll one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah.
And she's like, "How long?" I said, "Give me 2 minutes," and I will have that thing rolled and ready within a minute now.
Oh, like, wow. That's impressive.
If I have, and that is including making the paper thing with my tape on it. But I'm like, all I keep thinking, I'm like, I need to get the fucking filters and just have those, because if I have that, it takes me about 30 seconds to roll a perfect joint.
When I remember going to a cannabis event back before Prop 2, like as they were bringing around Prop 2, trying to get that ballot initiative going. And there was this guy who, we're sitting in this amphitheater, and this guy walks past. There's a bunch of garbage cans there up at the top, and he stops by one because they have the lid on it. He stops by, pulls out a bag, lays down a paper, puts some weed in it, rolls, puts his baggie in his pocket, and walks off. Probably like less than 20 seconds total. And I was like, holy fuck, like I couldn't hand roll at all at that point. And so just seeing that in such a short amount of time, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, if I have a filter, I can roll it fast. All I need is the weed and the paper. And that's what I've loved. I've tried everything else. Juicy J's, there were some that they put in there, and I'm like,
what was the weirdest flavor you found?
Licorice.
Oh, is it black or
black?
Oh.
And the paper
I love black licorice.
It doesn't taste like black licorice. It looks like death. I think it's just me in my fucking mind. You know what? I can change my view now. But at the time, like it was delicious paper. But my wife's loved the cherry and the strawberry. Okay. I love the Jamaican rum.
Oh, yeah, that one was good.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip is good, but grape was my
grape
favorite.
Was good. Yep.
Favorite. But I was just like, I have been perfecting my filters. Like when I get the best performance out of them, and you know, if I go on the go, I look at it now and I'm like, I look at the filter and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking shit right in my mouth. Or if I don't roll it tight enough, I end up coughing more.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I get it down to a point.
The joint or the filter or both?
The filter.
Okay.
So the joint, what I do is when I lay it in there, right, I hold it and I've got my, I just hold it here, and then I sprinkle in whatever I'm going to use. And then I roll a little bit, and then I sit over here and I fold half of that little bit of the paper over there so it tucks the paper. So it gives me a nice tube. And then I just roll, like I just turn like that and then just lay it on. And then the part that makes it even better is I take a dab tool, and it has like a really heavy end. Yeah. And I just slowly push it down into there. And then as soon as I feel I get that once or twice, I flip it around and like a fucking, like I'm trying to load a cannon. Yeah. I just tap it. Yeah. And I give it a couple good taps, because I remember you said, you're like, I actually roll it like this and it smokes better. And 100%, like I light it once and that's it. Yeah.
And it will stay lit and it'll roll smooth, and like you're way less canoeing in that. Like it's just a better roll. It smokes better.
Yeah, and I get hard on myself if it canoes at all.
Oh, same.
I go, fuck.
I'm like, first day jitters. I can't even roll.
Remember when I rolled that first day, right? It's just like, but just thinking about that, especially with like GMO, man. GMO is such a great social strain. Like this is something to get out of your head. Like if you listen to our session on Thursday, you're going to be like, those guys are fucking high, and be like,
it's GMO. It was delicious.
And that, I mean, we've got a lot more cool stuff that we're going to be sharing on our Thursday episodes too. We're changing a lot of the format, just like we're doing with these. And so with that in mind, we haven't really touched on the terpenes.
No, I was going to say they're caryophyllene, limonene, and myrcene are the top turds.
Yeah, and you can totally that limonene is that garlicky essence.
I mean,
the earthy.
That mix, it really is crazy how much garlicky note that it produces. Just from like, it's got to be some other flavonoid or something that's coming through that creates that garlicky note. But it is.
You don't want that any other produce. You wouldn't want that with your apple going, God, this is a beautiful red apple. Fucking onion. Like, that'd be weird, right? Yeah. But with weed, it's just like, oh, what did you mix? Oh, that sounds delicious. Let's try it out.
Yeah, I actually, as soon as I saw GMO, I knew I had to have it, because this, like I said, it's been one of my favorites. And this has been so chill.
Yeah, dude, I really do. Like, up there in the old school strains that we've done, this is in that top 5. Blueberries always up there for me. Blue Dream is up there for me.
Oh, yeah. I like Blue Dream. My mind just has fantasized or romanticized Purple Swish for so long, because in my journey into cannabis, after probably 15, 20 strains, maybe 30, Purple Swish was the first one to like slap me into a couch, but I haven't seen it since.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So I think that like it would be quite nice, but I don't have a comparison. It's been so long, so I don't have that side by side to go, yeah, it really is this good, because now, this long into my cannabis journey, I wonder if it would differ. If Purple Swish would even really set me back into a couch, or if it would just be kind of like GMO, where it's pleasant, nice, relaxing.
That's another thing with GMO happy. People need to understand too. It's a high THC strain. This is not for the faint of heart. Don't be loading up big fucking bowls. Load one of these tiny bowls. If you're smoking out of a pipe, which typically I would recommend at first, like a small bubbler or just a dry glass pipe.
Or share a joint with a big group and only take a tiny puff.
Yeah, take a little puff, pass. Don't do a puff, right? Yeah. And don't do a snoop drag. That's what I call snoop drag. It's like,
oh yeah. And then they're holding it for so long, and you're like, all right, you don't need to go to the moon unless you feel like you're ready and looking for that. But like, I know many people, even Alec, I was talking to him, and he takes sleep gummies that have like 5 milligrams of THC supposedly in it. Oh. I think they're Delta 9. It is now supposedly a felony in Texas for minor derivatives. Like if you have the Delta 8 ones or Delta 9, any of these hemp-derived ones, because it's more than the like 0.4% or whatever, fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude, that's so interesting. I actually had a conversation with the bud tender yesterday about that when I was checking in, and we didn't have anybody there. And I was like, hey, man, what's up? He's like, hey, it's good to see you again. And I'm like, yeah, man, every month. You know, I put a little aside that ever I can, and I come over and so we got to have it for the show. And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's so cool. He's like, man, I just hate the program here. And I'm like, what do you hate about it? He's like, this is the quality of weed. And I'm like, tell me about that. Like, really tell me about that. Like, which ones do you have a problem with? He told me his, and then I said, well, you know, I've been pleasantly surprised by all of them. I've been surprised by Trike actually producing a decent grow. I've had others where I'm like, meh.
Wait, have you ever had a good experience with Highlight?
It's all right.
I have not.
It's all right. You know what it is? This is totally what it is to me. It's like, it's not even getting Captain Crunch, which is just like an odd flavor as it is. Remember that from childhood?
Oh, yeah.
It's the malto meal
That's
version.
what I grew up with.
The malto meal one?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like
way
even
cheaper.
harder, and it was more sugary.
Very
Which was,
possible,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was just like, but I mean, it's just like, you know, this isn't Captain Crunch. You're like, I mean, that shit fucks up through your mouth too. But I mean, this stuff was like, whoa, it's such a big difference. And that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, Highlight, I've not had a good experience with. I was...
Trike, Dark Heart.
Dark Heart was like, holy shit, this was impressive.
Really good.
Brand Zero, I personally...
Standard.
Never would have bought that until Jesse brought a few good ones. And I was like, holy shit, okay, I'll try it,
Dude,
I guess.
they're fucking good and they slap. But here's the other thing I told him. I was like, I've been disappointed by brands producing.
Yes.
I've been disappointed by several Dragonfly strains.
Speaking of disappointing, so I watched a video by Dr. Riley Kirk. She was talking about radiated flower because we get that here quite often in certain producers. And she was talking about why they do that. And it's because they don't meet the required microbial standards for cannabis. So after they radiate it, it kills off some of those microbes to get it below a sellable margin. So it's basically a lesser quality flower, lesser quality grow conditions. So the product at the end is lesser quality, and they can use this radiation to kind of go, well, our microbes aren't past that, so we'll kill them off, and then we can, submit it, and it's fine. So that radiation is to kill off some of those microbes that we, are way too high anyway, to sell a lower quality bud on the market within.
Because of regulations.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's like,
because there's a standard.
We can't that standard,
right.
Or we didn't meet that standard, so we don't want to miss out on all this money. We'll just radiate it and then sell it.
Yeah, so you degrade the quality so that you can sell it. That makes sense.
She did say, we don't know any long-term effects of what that causes to the bud or to us through that. And that's true. We don't know if there is any or not. But it is more of a lower quality product than going, hey, I'm getting a lower quality, and maybe it's at the same margins as all these other brands and that.
Yeah.
So if you guys see that, maybe keep in mind that radiated bud might not be your best option if you're finding ones that are not radiated in the same price range. And
yeah, and you can kind of tell, man. I mean, it's like, we're talking about... I'm not going to make accusations. I don't know. But you can kind of tell based upon the quality, not only on the flavor, but it really is in the texture. Like when I touch dry bud, even if I touch dry bud, I'm looking at the consistency of the bud. I'm looking if it's popcorn or if it's really big bloomed out ones, right? I love those nugs.
But that also is dependent on the type of strain because different ones actually grow differently. Some of them are popcorny, some of them are big and leafy.
But it's it's the consistency of it.
Yeah,
when you touch it.
There's even dry buds, you can tell if it came from a really good quality one.
Yeah.
Because I bought some really fantastic dry bud from Colorado.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Out in Denver at the dispensaries where it was like, this is really good.
I still
climate.
I still dream about those strains that I didn't get to fully appreciate.
Yeah.
I didn't get to fully appreciate them because I didn't have the knowledge that I have today about it. And that really affects it. Like when I'm guiding my wife, I mean, she smokes joints with me every once in a while, and I guide her through the experience. I'm like, this is kind of what the flavor profile is going to be like. And she's like, yeah, you can really get it more out of the joint than you get through anything else. I'm like, yeah, totally. And I said, but the cool part is when you go to a vaporizer after this, then you really get the flavors. You get all of the essence that usually gets burned up pretty quickly about halfway through.
For the first little bit, I'm surprised how much either it leaves on your tongue or it just is so far into the bowl that you still get that same garlicky kind of tones. Either way, I'm quite impressed with the flavor profile from GMO.
Yeah, I need to get one of these for my home so I can do this with my wife because, smoking a joint is great, but man, like, I have to cut back so much because it's such a...
It uses? Well,
no.
How much do you use?
Part of, no.
Less than half a gram?
Less than half a gram.
Because this bowl is 0.6 of a gram. Every bowl we do in here is 0.6.
That's what I'm talking about.
Potentially more, depending on how much I actually get this packed. But if it's just like the small, it ends up being like 0.6 of a gram.
That's nuts, right?
Yeah,
and we get fucking pretty damn fucking lit.
Feel fantastic off
I feel
that.
Great.
But at the same time, 2-3 bowls in your almost 2 grams, which is...
Yeah, and the good thing about this strain is that even if you are a pretty advanced user in cannabis, and I would say that you use cannabis, and not advanced meaning you're higher on this pole. No. Advanced meaning you need more than your regular consumer. Then, yeah, you can even have a little bit like what we're doing right now and feel very, very good.
What would be a normal consumer?
A normal consumer, I would think, is like maybe once a day. At the end of the day, they're the mom who's got the kitchen window open over there by the sink, and she's smoking her joint while she holds it out the window. Yeah, she's puffing on a pen. Yeah, she's puffing on a pen on her front porch.
I'm trying to think.
That's a normal consumer.
Maybe like
half
a gram a day, or like a flower, or like a few puffs in a day. Type of situation might be a normal consumer?
I would think that if you're an advanced consumer, especially on edibles, I think that you're dosing properly to keep yourself in a certain cannabinoid state. That's the way I'm going to say, not elevated cannabinoid state.
Yeah. Well, that's why I created a stargazer honey for my elevated states to be able to just be at less pain and stuff.
That's amazing.
Well, I call it stargazer because if anyone else touches it, they'll see stars.
So it's infused honey?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want that.
You have to.
Oh my God.
It's so sticky with making it because the concentrate sticks to like the spoon. It sticks to the glass. And so I had to soak it in like Zep for a while to just get the concentrate off at the end that was stuck to it, even with it being like warm.
Wow.
Because I heat it up so I do it with concentrate because honey doesn't have any fats or oils in it at all.
Yeah.
So if you try and do it with bud, you're going to have to leave those bud particles in there. So then you're left with bud stuff. So I use concentrate.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
But you don't want to do it really high. So I activate the concentrate first at like 240 for 35, 45 minutes.
In an oil? What are you putting, like MCT?
No.
Or you're putting it in the honey?
No, I'm just putting that in a glass jar in the oven at 240 degrees.
Okay.
For about 35 to 45 minutes to activate all the THC. Because I don't want to put oil in my honey. Okay. So at that point, then the concentrate's just warm. And then I put the honey in, but you have to turn down because my oven only goes down to 170. So I turn it down to 170 because higher, it will affect the honey quality and like the...
So you're just warming the honey pretty much.
So
after you've activated the THC in your concentrate.
And then I just stirred it. But the problem was I was using my inversion blender. And
so it frothed it?
Fucked the whisk up, snapped the weld on it. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, well that shit turns into fucking concrete,
Yeah,
dude.
so I took it out after, like, and used a normal blender.
Dude, you know what
like
it just made me think about? Doing that, but doing it in your stand mixer and making whipped honey. Whipped infused honey. I mean, your stand mixer, you would fucking soak that in diesel fuel after that.
For a long time.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. But you imagine, though, dude? Like, I've had whipped honey where I put it on anything.
Oh, it would be so good.
Oh. And then infuse it with another flavor.
Oh, that might not be too bad, yeah.
Or, like, make your own hot honey.
Yeah. Well, and most people's aren't my dose. And I was trying to make it so that I would have, like, 200 milligrams per
What do you call it again?
Stargazer.
Stargazer. That's fucking awesome.
Stargazer honey. So I wrote Stargazer on the bottle so everyone knows, don't touch this fucking honey.
It'll make you a stargazer and fucking find somebody out there on your fucking grass just fucking laying down like, did you get into the honey?
Yeah, well, it's hidden at the back because that's not for anyone else. They should not be touching that. So
I need to find like a small Winnie the Pooh honey jar.
Right.
And then I'll sing it every up, down, touch the ground, gets me in the mood.
Well, I just went down the street. There's this little fruit stand, and so we picked up like peaches and plums, and they had raw honey there.
Wow.
And I was like, oh yeah, I want to infuse that. So, because I was thinking about it like cost wise for me, and buying edibles for 5 days a week of work and that every month. I'm like, man, that's adding up. That's going to be a fuck ton. I was like, there's got to be a more effective way for me to do this, and I don't want to have to make an entire edible right now. There's got to be a simpler process. So I was reading, and our great prophet Ruth had jaw surgery just recently, and so she was going to have like her mouth basically, she'd have to eat liquids basically for weeks. Yeah, shitty. So
literally.
Yeah. And I was like, man, she's got to go through a lot of pain. So I was trying to think of an easy way to give her cannabis.
So the honey.
And so I came up with that honey after looking through the internet and stuff. So I made her a small batch, and then I was like, oh, that was super easy. I just need to do that for me, but way more potent. And so I did, and it was great.
Oh, man, that makes me want to do that. That sounds so impressive. The high. Because, I mean, even flower, man, I feel like I'm chasing the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
With joints, it's worse.
This is fantastic, though. I feel like this has just hit the spot where I'm not looking to be higher than I am. I'm just in like the most perfect of positions in all. Yeah, I'm bent over the table.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. And with that, guys, get yourselves a Stores in Bickle.
Yeah.
All the links below.
Yeah, and let us know what you've been smoking that's got a little bit of GMO inside of it. That's hilarious.
Well, that's why I was timing.
Yeah.
Looked right over.
All right. Hey, guys.
Love you.
Take care.